guys, welcome back. Today I just want to do a short little video just talking to you guys about what's going on. I've been working on a couple little projects and I haven't really got around to filming much, and I just kind of want to update you guys on what's going on. So I'm going to try and put some pictures in here as I'm going. One of the things I've done is I've bought a Holley 850 double pumper for the Vista Cruiser, and I also bought a carb spacer for the Holley to spread bore pattern for the intake, and I'll be installing those on the Vista Cruiser here shortly. Once that's done, I'll be taking the 750 from the Vista Cruiser and putting it onto the Cutlass with the 403. Hopefully that'll be done here in the next month, and I'll be able to do some testing and show you guys what it's doing as far as quarter mile, eighth mile, how much that's going to improve, if any. I was also doing some reading on the Buick on the Vista Cruiser, going through TA Performance and looking through some of their different cam specs and what the RPM range recommended is. I've been shifting the Vista Cruiser at 50 to 5300, somewhere in that range, just as far as keeping it safe and keeping it reliable without destroying too much from overspinning it. And going through TA's website, I saw that the lowest spec cam was recommending you turn to 55. And one of the cams that's on the bigger side that the might have in it, might be close on the wagon, recommends that you spin it all the way up to 6,000. So when I get that Holley on there, I want to be doing some testing, some vacuum testing, and I want to go ahead and spin it up a little bit and see how it reacts to that. Because I can't help but think that there's more in that car that I just haven't found yet. So anyways, I'll be doing some more testing, spinning it up a little higher. One of the things also we've been working on is my wife's dream car. She has a 1969 Volkswagen Beetle. It's always been her dream car, something that she loves. I bought it for her this last year, and it's been sitting at the house because it had a pretty big oil leak in it and the brakes didn't work. And I've really been thinking and debating on it, and I realized it's got to be torture just to have your dream car sitting there running, but you can't drive it. So I went ahead and committed to her. I told her that I'm going to get that fixed for you. We're going to get it running. That way you can have fun and drive your dream car. And hopefully it'll help get her into cars as well. So what I've done is I went ahead and bought a disc brake conversion kit for the front end of it. And I got it put on and tested it, and works well. It has brakes now. So that left the oil leak to take care of. The oil leak on it is leaking towards the front of the transmission. So I guess that would be a rear main seal on that engine. I was talking to a gentleman who specializes in Volkswagen Beetles local. He said that that's pretty common on them to go ahead and go out. And just talking to him pricing wise, he said that a full rebuild for the engine, I'd be looking at pretty close to 500 labor to get it done. And I'm currently working full time, and I'm going to school full time as well for diesel Associates of Applied Diesel Technology. So I went ahead and decided that $500 labor for a full rebuild from someone who specializes and knows Volkswagens is a no-brainer. That's a great deal. So I went ahead and I've bought a cam dual rocker, or a cam kit that comes with dual valve springs, retainers. It comes with all new lifters, a performance cam. I've also bought a full exhaust kit that I bought through Amazon. Talking to him, he's recommended probably getting some bigger jugs for it as well. So that'll bring it from a 1600 all the way up to close to a 1670cc engine. And it's not going to be a race engine. We don't want it for that. I just want it to be a nice street cruiser engine. I went ahead and got a nice bigger cam with a little bit of a higher operating range, but also going to give it a nice torque increase. So that'll make it nice and easy to drive down the road with. And hopefully it'll just make a nice cruiser for my wife, and we're going along on that. So hopefully here in the next month or so we'll have her bug done, and we'll take you guys for a ride in that and see how it goes. I have made a decision on the YouTube channel that I'm not exactly, I wish I didn't have to make. You get caught up in life and you're watching all these big YouTuber channels and like 1320 Video and all these different guys, and they're traveling across the country and they're recording street racing, and it's always the same thing. They always blur out the drivers' faces. They always blur out license plates to protect their identities. And I would love to continue to show you guys that kind of footage of street racing. However, it's very hard to do, and I don't know if it's something that's feasible for me to continue to do with such a small follower base. I would love to be able to travel the country and show you guys awesome street racing, but I just don't know if it's in the cards unless something crazy happens and I become some big time influence YouTuber. But until that happens, I don't think it's something feasible. So I think I'm only going to be showing you guys drag strip racing. That way all the parties are protected and it makes everyone safe. Because I've just been reading some horror stories online and seeing some YouTubers that have had their cars impounded and seized, and their equipment for making YouTube videos and content seized as well. That's not something that I can afford, and I look at things a little differently. I think cars are a special bond to people, and I couldn't imagine living my life without the cars that I have. I love my cars, and I would hate to see them gone. And I'd hate to see anyone else's cars or anything else that would ever show up. And so I'm just going to be 100% diligent on making sure that I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not posting anything that's going on that's illegal. I don't think that I have as of now. The street races that I have shown, those were at shut down street areas. And I look forward to being able to show you guys more content and more street racing that is in shut down area that is fully legal, and drag strip, and any testing that I do on the vehicles where I get quarter mile, eighth mile times, I will be taking them to the drag strip. That way I can give you guys a accurate and legal time of what they're running. And I do hope that you guys join me along the way, and I can show you guys some great content. And have a great one. If you're not already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.